Hey everyone, and welcome back to Kharak 11. Here's the last replay that we got so far from round 1. Going to be between Mazrym and Catharsis. This is going to be a pretty fun match here, played on the shallows of course. I think we know Catharsis is probably the favorite right here, but Mazrym can pull out some tricks too, so this could be a fun game. But I think we would definitely consider Catharsis one of the top tier players, so we would expect to see him come out on top here. I don't really think I've seen these players play each other much at all, actually, now that I think about it. I'm trying to think of, some examples where they've played each other, but I don't know of any, actually. Outside of, 3v3s and stuff, but I don't really care about that, let's be honest. If you hadn't noticed by now, that's true. Let's see, Mazrym putting 2 onto RUs in the beginning, which is very aggressively RU heavy here. So it looks like he's probably going to go for that AAV rush, we would have to assume. We do notice the retired base runner as well. No quick drop right there, but yeah. I don't know, I haven't looked at my coalition build orders for so long now, but I'm pretty sure if you want to do the AAV rush extra efficiently, you can do it with only one guy on the RUs and then you do like a quick drop or something. Maybe not though. Oh yeah, he's got the money for AAV. Okay, maybe you do have to put 2 onto it. I'd have to watch some replays of Discara doing it, but I'm too lazy, to be honest. So, AV fabrication on the way very quickly then. Catharsis is going to be coming out with some early blast drones here, but certainly he's not going to do the blast drone rush, right? No, he wouldn't do that. I've never done it either, by the way. Don't know if you knew that. No, we kind of agreed after the last tournament, like, yeah, this is disgusting. Let's just not do this in the future, so... but AAVs are going to be out pretty soon, and that makes a pretty good counter to the blast drones. Catharsis, he may still go for some damage to the eco, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It looks like he's just going to kind of hold them in reserve here. Alright, so 3 LAVs are also finished now for Mazrym. 4 actually. Wow. So he's got as much strikecraft as his opponent too, and now he's going to start making those AAVs. And that shuts down basically everything that Catharsis has on the map right now. He's going to be going in now to assault ship fabrication that does win against the AAVs. Means he's going to be going toward an air game probably, which is no surprise. That's what we tend to expect to see from Catharsis. Blast drones definitely are looking for a way to get up through, like kind of thread the needle there, but they're not going to find it. They do stop the LAVs from pushing out of the base though. But once this AAV shows up, that's not going to be true anymore. And I don't know if Catharsis has seen that yet. But this is definitely time that Mazrym can push out onto the map. He's definitely got the control there. Refinery mode coming out pretty early for Catharsis now with Assault Ship Fabrication 2. Not like an eco opener, but it's still pretty fast. And I'd hope we see Mazrym going for a Sport Cruiser just right about now. That would definitely be my move. Because, even if the AAVs are meant to attack, but you should expand while you're attacking so that you end up above your opponent, right? So... yes, I think he is. Yeah, he's making Sport Cruiser. Excellent. Alright, so that's a good start to the game. I always like to see the players playing sort of proper, if you know what I mean, because then it tends to lead to more exciting games. Although one thing I would fault him on already is not being as proactive with these guys as he could be. They just move out like this. Blast drones and sand skimmers can't do anything, right? They will all get suppressed, so you can kill them pretty easily. You know where your opponent's army is, so you can just go out and take control of the entire field. That place is yours. Force your opponent to be here, not over here. And that would definitely be better for you. In fact, if you're too slow on it, you might let him get around behind you, which this could actually be pretty disastrous. There are ALMs here, of course, but yeah, that's never a situation you want to be in, obviously. But look at that, one LAV going to go over and plug the gap, and that's exactly what he needed to do. Very happy to see that. So he's going to see the blast drones, and these 2 will probably fall back and they can cover the angle. It's just that, the AAV rush hasn't really done anything, has it? That's a little sad. In fact, they don't even need to move back and cover the angle. They can just, yeah, they can just sit there. Because this one LAV, obviously, what are the blast drones going to do about him? So interceptor fabrication is already out on the way now. No sign of anti-air from Mazrym. Why would there be just yet? But he should feel, okay, my opponent's gone for assault ships here. I haven't seen any other, or no, he just found that out actually, didn't he? Alright, so this is probably about the time where Mazrym should be getting some anti-air on the field. He could go for Support Cruiser anti-air. That's not usually something that's available this early on in the game, but I don't know, maybe that's actually a good move. smoke fest over there. But it doesn't look like he's going to go for anything, and this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Blastdrone's coming in here, as well as a little fight going on with the armored vehicles, but... yeah, Blastdrone's just going to take out LAVs right there, so nothing else is going to happen. This fight here should always go the way of the Galzian or Khanef player. So even with the numbers advantage, he is winning this. Although, what are the armor upgrades like? Yeah, okay, so he's traded 2 for 1 here, right? That's good. And then if he ends up backing away, he's going to reheal that damage. Mazrym won't. So that's definitely a good fight for Catharsis there, and it looks like field control is contested now. I wouldn't say anyone's really got it. But once Catharsis starts making air units, he's going to be in a really good position here. He's going for production cruiser first. I often do this as well, because once your production queue gets clogged up with air units, it's hard to expand your eco. But this is actually a really good time to strike, because there's no one holding the bases back. So that's a little unfortunate for Catharsis. If he knew that, he probably would go into it, but he probably assumes his opponent's already got some anti-air. Oh, dang, look at that sick micro. Anyway, backs away like exactly as fast as he could and can still get away with it, you know? Solchip's going to take a really nice trade right here. If I were the AAVs, I would just smoke and back off. Whew. This guy, man. Yeah, smoke does come down, but it's too late here. Probably both of them should go down now. And so it looks like Catharsis just being very fluent in all of these early game trades right here. Really quite nicely, you know, taking control of the field, neutralizing his opponent's threats here, and keeping his opponent on his toes. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. Catharsis hasn't played in a while, has he? So, I mean, there actually was some... There was some worry of mine that maybe he'd be really out of practice here, won't really be playing very well, but it looks like he's doing fine. He does back away from this ALM here, probably because he knew there'd be railguns coming out. He might have seen that on the carrier there. Or maybe he just flat out saw them, I don't know. But it looks like the Sandscreamer's going to be able to take it out. And this is always really annoying if you get a bunch of ALMs getting taken out by Sandscreamers. Because those things are actually pretty expensive. Afterburners done for the interceptors, there's only 2 of them. A little awkward. Oh, he's fleet capped, I see. Actually, how much fleet capacity does an interceptor take? I feel like it's only, I think it's only 1. Or 2, that is. Anyway, he probably wants to make some more of those, is what I'm saying. Also wants to get these guys mining, but you know, that's whatever. Looks like these 2 guys probably going to get killed here. They can't free themselves from the ALM fast enough. Well, this guy might actually get out. Yeah, it looks like he will. No, he stood still. Oh. Rip. That's okay. Yeah, Catharsis has gone for air, but he hasn't made many of them. I don't know, I'd like to see him make more of those, I guess. You know, siege cruiser fabrication is going to look like a pretty default Khanef setup. Solchip's going to come bully these AAVs even just a little bit more. And he definitely can. And those trades with those AAVs have been so good so far. Railguns are all sticking back at home though, and Mazrym has gotten himself anti-air here. It is covering the railguns. It's exactly where it should be. I think it can cover the entire base from there. First shot can get fired here. There's a second one, isn't there? Actually, this guy didn't even fire, so kind of lame, but... One railgun goes down for no losses from Catharsis, so that's what you'd expect to see from a player of his caliber, but he's not going to be able to get any more done. Those guys both injured. He's going to have to dock. So it's going to be siege cruisers for the Khanef versus assault cruisers for the Sovan. And in this case, I think he's going for assault cruisers for the assault cruisers here, but once he sees siege come out, he can just easily switch into artillery, and that's going to be totally fine. So, let's see what he goes for here. What am I looking for exactly? Anyway, Mazrym going for another sport cruiser here. He has been behind on eco this whole time, mind you. That's definitely been something noteworthy here. But he's held a pretty tight defense of the base. 2 sport cruisers coming out simultaneously here, actually. And I guess he can mobilize his carrier now, although I kind of wonder what's the point. I would go for support cruiser anti-air if I were him, just because these missile ships are like, or missile batteries are pretty easy to pick off. Support cruiser anti-air is also just freaking deadly, of course. We know that. He's gonna go for heavy vehicles 3, that's fair too. But yeah. And missile batteries coming out in a forward location now. And I guess it is actually true, really, like what Catharsis has used to get field control is those interceptors at this point. So pushing out like this and with the carrier, even though it's a Soban carrier and can't really do too much, should be able to get him the field control that he's looking for. He needs to be careful he doesn't leave this base alone, but there are a bunch of ALMs here that's going to slow down the opponent. These guys are so damaged. Oh, I guess it's actually just like 3 of them. Missile battery could pop down a mortar here on top of the stunned sand skimmers. That's always pretty nice. Gonna go down onto the assault ships. Not gonna do much damage, but you know it's worth something at least. But yeah, if I were Mazrym, I'd either be getting support cruiser anti-air right now, artillery cruiser fabrication, or I'd be making assault cruisers, and I think all of them are pretty good moves. But Power Reserve 2 is not. Oh no, that's a little unfortunate. I don't think that really gets you anything in his position, right? And he's trying pretty desperately to get field control, looks like, but that's proven to be rather difficult here. Because every time he pushes out over there, you know, he leaves like a little hole over here, and his army is quite small. Like, it really is. It's, oh look at that, an assault cruiser! Yes! Alright, see what I was gonna say is that like, his army was very good on the defense, but it was really small, but that makes it a lot bigger. Oh! Oh! It makes sense now. Yeah, he is actually at 4 artifacts, is Catharsis. I didn't really notice that. That is, yeah, that's definitely influencing what he's doing here, because yeah, he needs to stop his, like, any additional extraction he needs to stop. And in that case, it's quite wise that Catharsis popped the smoke there, because he got up to 4, didn't he? Alright, is this a siege cruiser, by the way? It is. So siege is out already. Now, assault cruisers can take siege cruisers, but it takes a lot of micro and a bit of luck. So this is going to be a difficult fight for him. Catharsis also on a 4th base here, although he's not started mining just yet, but that's obviously going to be pretty relevant. Artillery is starting to come out now from Mazrym. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Still no support cruiser anti-air, so these places are actually vulnerable. I guess Catharsis doesn't know it, but yeah, Mazrym has to stay up on this hill here. He can't give up that position. So you can see siege cruisers just gonna barrage them. And Power Reserve's still going up for Mazrym's carrier. Again, I don't really know what this gets him. It's good on the defense, I guess, in a lot of ways, but I don't know. This is an interesting location for an ALM right here. It's gonna get smitten down. And his Power Reserve 4, he's going for it, man. I don't know what it is, but he's going for it. Uh-oh. Definitely leaving a hole in his anti-air's Mazrym right here. Hit R, you can save him! Wait, can you? Maybe not, actually. Oh! But yeah, this Soban carrier here is definitely out of his element. He can't really do anything in this position. Except for get killed, I guess, by the Con F one. The army of Mazrym walking through a lot of barrages, so you're going to take a lot of damage. Finally, he starts being able to shoot back now with a couple of railguns here. Oh, because of the targeting jammer. Look at that. That's actually a pretty cool idea. Wow, hear my voice there. That's actually a pretty cool idea, putting the targeting jammer down there. I think that was a probe getting, like, slaughtered over there. But yeah, it's always difficult when you're against Con F to try to defend some position, because You know, they're Kanef. they're good at attacking positions. Microwave emitter is finished though, and that's important to note. Satskev's gonna come up here and give some grief to the base of Mazrym. Yeah, if Catharsis ever leaves these guys together and barrages them at the same time, Catharsis could potentially have a window to attack where he launches the microwave emitter onto them and then moves into that position. I think that would be a pretty powerful attack though. This is pretty unfortunate though. Missile battery mortar is obviously not going to do very much at all to siege cruisers, and I think 3 railguns just died right there. So, assault cruisers finally finish off this little attack here on the sport cruiser, but they take a lot of damage there. It definitely pulls them away from the front line too. Here comes that microwave emitter I was talking about, but it's a little early, I think. And again, still no anti-air coverage over here, and so Catharsis is just kind of able to do what he wants there. He's going to take out one assault cruiser, get the other one down to very low health. Now he's ready to assault this position again. There's a lot of railguns here though, so this is very good, and they're kind of in an off position. You wouldn't expect them to be there. There's a chance that they could actually take out this siege cruiser really quickly here. Okay, this would be really good. I drop an ALM. Yeah, he's going to do it. Excellent. Alright. But now that your opponent knows where they are, they've got to move immediately, right? Run! You are not safe here! Okay, yeah, they're going to see that now, but it's a little bit late. Oh, and look at all these railguns now for Catharsis. I didn't even notice that. One extraction going to go down from Mazrym, so that's good. But, yeah, that's a big problem here. And you can definitely tell Catharsis has driven rather a wedge in his opponent's lines right here, where his army is here, his bases are all here, and so once Catharsis realizes like what he's done there, he can just run in there and kill everything. You know what I mean? Because these guys are pretty far back in this position here, and this barrage is going to be huge too. Maybe, actually, never mind. It's a little bit off. Microwave emitter goes down there, and it's going to isolate the siege cruisers, so they can't back away. This is actually huge. This is exactly what Mazrym needs. He's going to take out this siege cruiser too. Nice. He's going to take some losses still, but that's actually really good. Kind of carrier wants to move in through that microwave emitter, but artillery is out now. There's actually quite a lot of it, and they're going to catch the railguns. This is amazing. This is exactly what Mazrym needs to have happening. But it looks like Catharsis has finally figured it out, and that's going to be problems for him. Okay, so that barrage didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would, but it did at least push them back. Still 2 siege cruisers in this location right here. But yeah, Catharsis is going to run up and he's going to do massive damage over on that location. And he seems to have a good beat on where his opponent's carrier is. He's just hitting it with missiles from that Kanef carrier. Completely blind, mind you, and he's totally landing on the mark. This support cruiser is going to go down now, I think. Oh, he's so close. Not just yet, it seems. Not just yet. Oh man, he's so close. Two base runners here, both of them ready to extract, and they both have smoke, and that can be serious issues. This base runner here just like chilling by the mining operation. That's pretty funny, but he's not coalition, so he can't put down a turret or anything, I guess. But the bases from Mazrym just completely ravaged over here. Artillery is landing pretty good hits. Oh, and there's a microwave emitter there too. That's pretty cool, but the real story I think has got to be this over here. As well as the fact that this army looks more and more rugged every day. Oh yeah, look, all the railguns have died now. Not like I don't even know what happened to them, but they just probably died to indirect fire eventually, right? It's tricky to fight against the Kanef. We often talk about Kanef problems, but we also have Kanef problems, so you know. But this is exactly how it's meant to be played. It's kind of attritional style, just constantly damaging your opponent's army. And these two artillery cruisers are still going to make it difficult for Catharsis to push into that location. He did manage to take out one of the artifacts as well, but eventually he's just going to have the numbers. I mean, all of this is dead. There's really nothing to do about it. Oh. Yeah, it looks like Mazrym had enough. He's going to choose the GG right there. He knows that it's over. That was an exciting match. I really enjoyed that one. There were some moments where Mazrym really took some really good engagements, but I think we could see overall Catharsis had just kind of a better understanding of how to take this game. And once he split his opponent's army, where like the carrier and all the railguns and everything was like deep in fact, they were deep in this corner. They were like right here, and all the bases were over there, and that's when things were about to get really bad. So, well done though. Well done for Catharsis. That was a good game. I guess I'll catch you probably tomorrow with some more replays from this. Depends when the games are played, though, of course, since we don't have them all yet. So, hope you enjoyed it. But I'll catch you when I catch you, I guess. There's no escaping from Bozo Cow, huh?